We're going to try using the Pixel 7 from Google today on our driving video. We're going to go to the talking road. What are we going to do there? Well, we're going to talk about the future. We're, we're going to talk, I got to turn this thing down. I did that already. Watch for traffic. I'm backing out. Okay, let's just back on out here, boy. Anyway, we're going to talk about the future. In the year 2034. It's almost 2024 now. This is October. January is just around the corner. So we'll just say that 10 years from now, of course, we'll be talking about. So we just went right into the future to the year 2034. We have arrived now and we're sitting at a restaurant talking about how things have changed. So, what has changed? We're here now, we're sitting down, and let's talk about the change in the easy ones. We'll talk about the easy ones first. The change in transportation, because that's a no-brainer, so to speak. The direction right now for transportation worldwide is what? Horse-drawn carts. No, it is obviously, as you know, all electric vehicles and self-driving vehicles. Will we have achieved that goal for, say, a majority of our transportation in the year 2024? Methinks probably. Yeah, I think most of the people in large cities will have cars that may or may not even have a steering wheel. Is that good or bad? Well, things change. We were born in a generation with certain things available. It was a natural thing, and the children born in the year 2034 be the same. No change. They just happen to be there at that time. So transportation, I think there's going to be obviously improvements in batteries. I think the price of vehicles will, as a percentage of your income, will remain fairly static. Corporations, I'm sure, will still be just as well. They're not greedy. It's just that their function is to produce profit. Will they still exist in the year 2034? There may be some changes because we're a lot of changes are happening in all venues of life or all areas of life. So transportation, all electric, self-driving for all new cars produced, plus existing cars, probably the majority will be electric. That's just my opinion. And we're at the coffee table and everyone raised their hand that agrees. 30% say I agree. 70% say you're a dummy. you know, but that's okay. I'm still me. Then let's move on to what else? We got transportation. Let's talk about some electronics like cell phones. All right, cell phones. Now, will we still have that little square box thing that we carry around with a big screen on it? My thinking is probably not. So what will we have? Well, that's a toughie because they're trying all kind of things using glasses and all kind of weird stuff. Projection things that you think it and it projects it on a screen or on your hand or something. There's going to be some changes there, I'm sure, because they can't stop. The competition drives them to change, or else they go out of business. So, yeah, cell phones are going to change. Uh, I don't know, man. There's, of course, we got, the watches now that are smart. They've got, they got glasses that are fairly smart now. They're getting better. As far as gaming, I don't know anything about that, but I'm sure it's going to be unbelievable. It'll be so real that you'll believe you're there. The metaverse thing. Now that's something else we'll touch on. The metaverse, where you have an avatar that appears any place in the world and communicates with other avatars And yeah, it's just like you're there and they're there because you have a name and a personality. And yeah, I see that happening, and that's pretty much the way, particularly for corporations, meetings and stuff. There'll be avatars that show up and sit down at the meeting table, and but they're already doing a lot of stuff online now. They have meetings online where your presence, you're looking at your laptop and seeing the other members of the meeting and conversing just like you were there all together in one meeting room. And so that'll just be stepped up to another level. Now, but again, smartphones, that's a toughie. I've looked at some stuff on YouTube, and it's pretty far-fetched stuff. But smartphones in the mid 1900s were far-fetched. Okay, and so we got cars, electric, smartphones, a little gray area there. As far as artificial general intelligence, now there's learning algorithms, and then the one that we were worried about 10 years ago in the year 2024 was artificial general intelligence. People feared that it was going to take over and we were going to become slaves and basically not exist. Now that we've covered 10 years with AGI, have we reached that point where artificial general intelligence in the year 2034 is superior to humans? I say that's a no-brainer. Yes, we will have achieved that and beyond. I believe that there's going to be things coming that are just going to be scary. Well, to us, to the people, younger people, it'll just be another ho-hum day. But yeah, it's going to be very interesting. Robotics, what you'll have are robots on the factory floor that are learning by their mistakes, just like humans. Okay, and the software is being, continuously upgraded every nanosecond to the next level to keep that error from occurring again. And is that good? Well, products are going to be much better and probably cheaper. I think we'll live in an era of plenty. And as far as CO2 and climate change, actually CO2 has a good side that people miss, and it's not talked about much. But CO2 in the atmosphere, if it increases, plants like that, okay? And that means crops, agriculture, is going to be able to produce more. And the good thing about more CO2 in the atmosphere is that the plants, because there's more CO2, use less water. Okay, is that good? Yeah, they're more drought resistant. So what we'll have is, instead of less food, we'll have larger crops and more productive, because again, and check it out, we're sitting at the table here, and you need to kind of check these things out on your own time. But yeah, CO2 is good in that plants love it. All right, we're getting here to the talking road, but we're well into the talking stage anyway. So, but that's good. We'll go down the talking road. We're in my Class B RV, my Class B home, and yeah, we're just cruising right on down here. They put those yellow things up there for the lane change thing, and it blocks your view, but they didn't think about that. But enough said. We're at where were we? AGI or whatever, and artificial general intelligence, and how we're going to live in the factory floor. Jobs will be hard to come by. Why? Because AGI, the learning algorithms, will be able to program themselves. You won't need coders, or very few, for minor tasks, or just minor adjustments. And so yeah, there's going to be a period, and we're going through it now, where there's fewer jobs available for the people. Now there's jobs available, but yeah, it's like McDonald's and other things, and those are going to go away anyway, because McDonald's and other fast food places are experimenting and getting good at no humans, or one person runs the whole shop, you know, and or you just use your app on your phone, order your food, and the window sticks it out there because it's prepaid. You take it and go. So, yeah, there's going to be a lot of changes like that. Quality of life overall, I think is going to be much better. I do. I mean, I think a lot of things are going to be much better because the things that we used to have to do for ourselves, those menial tasks, will be done by automation, you know, and it's going to change everything, you know. I mean, it will change the meaning of life because now a person's meaning in the year 2024 is basically their occupation. Even if it's retired, that's sort of an occupation. You have to try to keep yourself busy. But in the year 2034, that is going to be largely eliminated, in my opinion. But with the good part of it is it's almost an intersection there. The worldwide population is increasing at a decreasing rate. In fact, in Japan, their population is declining, and other Asian countries too, China included, and in India, same thing. So as these numbers come down and fewer jobs are required, factory floors that are using robotics will fill that gap, and that's happening now. You know, I mean, we're just gradually moving that direction. You know, as far as other things, you know, politics and crap, you know, it'll just be the same old. Actually, I think it's going to change for the better because the noise will be largely eliminated because it won't be needed. You know, you won't be able to tell a lie because the AGI, artificial general intelligence, will spot it and point it out for the whole world to see immediately. You know what I mean? Because they have things now on certain websites where they check the validity of statements made by politicians and other people in the news media. And it'll say, you know, that's not really true. The facts don't support what this person says. You know, so you can get it immediately. Now, is that checking thing accurate? You know, I don't know. You know, that's another question. There's going to be a lot of things that are going to seem very unreal. In fact, I think you're going to see some of that happen in the year 2024. You know, it's going to be a lot of real strange things. But so we're at the table. It's 2034. We've covered cars. We've covered jobs. Covered, you know, some few minor other things. And what else could we cover? What else? You know, food's going to be available, probably better quality. All the fructose and stuff that cause you to blow up like a balloon, that's going to be mostly eliminated, if not all. All these artificial sweeteners that kill you over a period of time, that'll all be gone. Won't be needed, won't be necessary, because, you know, well, enough said about that. As far as cars, you know, as your daily driver, you know, in large cities or medium-sized and large cities, you won't need a car. You know, when you get ready to go somewhere, you can call an Uber, take you to work or whatever, and then pick you up at a certain prearranged time and location. Is that good? Yeah. Or it could be a car you own that you put in the Uber pool while you're at work and let your car earn money while you're at work, because all it does is go out and drive people around, and then when it needs to be charged, you know, right now we plug in the charger. Okay, it's just a matter of time till you pull up and stop and the charger is built into the ground below the car, much like you charge a cell phone on a wireless charger. You know what I mean? You just set it down on this thing and it charges the battery. Yeah, the cars will do the same thing because it's the lithium battery, same. It's just you need a larger charger built in where the car can drive over it and sit there for a while and be charged. And so your car that you could let Uber use, once it realizes that it's low on battery, would go to the nearest charging station and it would know whether there was one available, because all this will be online and readily available. yeah, it just pulls up there, charges, and does some more Uber stuff, picks you up at 5 o'clock or whatever at work, drives you home, and then either stays at home or you let it go that night as a driver for Uber and make money while you're sleeping. You know, so all of that's possible, and it's coming. And by the year 2034, as we sit here at this table, we see that it's already happened. And what else? You know, air travel. I think you're going to see a lot more electric aircraft. You know, air pollution and ozone. You know, where you get a lot of dirty crap in the air. I think most of that's probably going to be eliminated because they're also working on beaming power from outer space. You know, in other words, you have a super sized solar array that covers hundreds of square miles in outer space that absorbs energy from the sun and at some point beams it to a location on Earth via laser. You know, the issue with that now is as the longer the distance, the laser beam gets wider. You know what I mean? So they're working on that. They're working on that. You know, you keep that beam small enough so it reaches a target, charges all the batteries in that area immediately or very quickly, and then starts to absorb more energy for the next charge. You know, that's all coming, and I think since we're sitting here at the table, we're realizing that there are no more electric lines being added to the grid. It's all going to be beamed from outer space. Another thing that's on the grid, electrical stuff or energy, these micro nuclear power plants. Now, you don't need a super large nuclear power plant anymore. You know, they're building what they call micro nuclear power plants now that are about as large as a house, maybe, and they'll produce enough energy for a large city, you know, and you get a few of those sprinkled around across the U.S. Is that dangerous? Is nuclear power dangerous? I guess it is in some ways, but with our technology and these learning algorithms, I think that is something that can be overcome. And there's other things, you know, and you know, but again, this is just a drive on the talking road to get us thinking about what's coming down the pipe. In the year 2034, let's see, I'll be 88, going on 80. Well, let's see, is that right? Yeah, I guess 10 years from now. Yeah, 88. Will I still be here? I don't know, man. If I am, I am, you know. But that's another thing. I think 100, the age 100 will be like the new 60 or 70 for people now. Why? Because healthcare is going to get much better. You'll be able to get pharmaceuticals that are designed for you specifically instead of generalities, you know, like one pill fits all. It doesn't. You know, it'll know your chemistry, your body chemistry, how you process and metabolize certain things, and will be a pharmaceutical designed specifically for you by a learning algorithm somewhere and delivered to you to your front door via Amazon Pharmaceutical. You know, and what else? Yeah, all this is happening. We're sitting at the table. We already know it's happening. And yeah, as far as overall lifestyle, you know, of course, I'm going to be 88. I think my lifestyle is going to be much better. Why? Because everything will be pretty well automated. And if I can still talk, I can probably get a lot done. You know, like, okay, car, take me to the grocery store. Boom, here we go. You know, I just sit there and enjoy the ride. And, you know, and again, but those cars aren't going to cost that much. I really believe, you know, of course, you know, right now, the big cost is in development. You know, they call that research and development. And that's always a large cost in any high-tech company is R&D. And so, you know, once those costs are absorbed through sales or largely absorbed, then prices can begin to come down. And I think that the year, like we're sitting here at the table now, you know, you can buy what was the equivalent of a smartphone for $10, you know, or whatever. And it's unlimited everything anywhere for $10. You know what I mean? because we're going to have satellite internet available 24/7, super fast, and your smartphone is just going to be, you can use it anywhere, anytime. Okay. Anyway, we'll turn around up here, and I'll turn around on the talking road and go back to my casa. But yeah, I wanted to take a little drive and see how this thing works. It's a Google 7 phone, and I'm with Google Fi on that phone, which is T-Mobile, but you only have, it says unlimited data. Well, that's a trick, really. That's just a trick phrase, because unlimited means you get 45 gigabytes of super fast stuff, and then it drops to virtually nothing or unusable after that, and so that's kind of how that works. Yeah, I just think that is so much marketing crap whenever they say unlimited, and then, well, it's unlimited except for, it's, basically you get this amount of data that's usable, and then after that you get dial-up. Geez, come on, guys. Okay, let me make this turn here. No cars, let's go. This thing turns real sharp, man, I'm telling you. And you can go, I'm turning around right here by the highway, man. In the Class C, I couldn't have done that. But anyway, guys, from the talking road on actually this is a Sunday morning coming down, and I don't have many videos scheduled out anymore, so this will come up in a couple of days, and I'll try to keep it that way if I can. But yeah, this is a test of the Pixel 7 driving video, and a little futuristic discussion to get you thinking about what's coming down the pike. I look at it positively, like I normally do, and I think that I think life's going to be good. I don't think you need to fear artificial general intelligence. Well, first of all, there's nothing you can do about it anyway, so you might as well enjoy the ride. You can bitch, moan, and complain, but that ain't going to help anything. And so as far, is your lifestyle going to change? Well, hell, look at 10 years ago. Has your lifestyle changed? Yeah, probably. Mine has. I got, smartphones and TV that is amazing for the price. You can get a TV now for $100, 40-inch TV or whatever it is. That's enough said. Enjoy your day, guys. Thumbs up. Cloudy day. Carpe diem. You can seize the day in Latin. Carpe diem. Adios. Bye-bye. Buy anything you want anytime, but if you think about it, use the link to Amazon products in the description of all of my videos. Why? It doesn't cost you a penny. Just click on the link and go to Amazon, get whatever you want. Drink plenty of water, stretch, walk, take deep breaths to relieve stress, lower your blood pressure, stand guard at the door of your mind, very important. And yeah, think about the future. That's a fun thing to do, because it gets you out of the present. You move forward into some Disney World or fantastic universe. But I think everything's good coming down the pike, my opinion. Adios, guys. Bye-bye.